Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 26 of Civilization 5, playing on Emperor difficulty as Portugal. I'm just getting ready to go to war with Egypt. The only reason why I haven't done it right now is because I was trying to flip Leventa and I just managed to stuff it up because somehow Egypt did something, must have completed a quest or something, and they just got enough influence that I wasn't quite able to flip them over. If I wait one more turn, I'll potentially have enough gold to do it, but it is risky because Egypt might call my bluff because I do have a lot of units on their borders. However, I believe that when the AI sort of calls your bluff for units being close by, I believe it's how close they are to the actual city, not to the actual borders. Because Civs has such big borders, my units are quite far away, so we could possibly be okay. I would very much like historical landmarks because I'm going to have quite a few. These bombers are just going to do nothing. I think I will wait that one more turn. You're going to do nothing for now. You're going to go on to alert mode. You can come down here actually and build the railroad there. We will get a few airports up and running at some point because that will make it much easier moving units around. That bomber's going to do nothing also. You can go on to alert mode. Artillery. What have we got going on here? Anti-aircraft gun. Yep, you are going to come down to the front. Not that he can really reach us with anything, but it'll be nice just to have a unit or two down there. He does have a great war bomber. It may be able to attack some of my units, even though it won't be able to reach Tikal. So it will be nice to be able to... Mind you, I think at the moment, if we declare war on him, we're going to be fighting against workers and archaeologists more than we'll be fighting against soldiers, but we'll see how that works out. I would like to clear this infantry off this tile because I want to be able to go and drop a great general there, and the reason for doing that is because it would give me a nice little defensive citadel on the edge of my territory. So arts funding and historical landmarks both pass. Constabulary is finished, so let's go ahead and get the police station here. We are going to need to get a few more battleships, I think, as well. We've finished that archaeologist. I'm not sure whether or not we need another archaeologist. That's one archaeologist for this. I think we actually need one more. So let's go ahead and get one more archaeologist, although he's going to have some travelling to do. So we're on to the next turn. We've got 500 gold in the bank. Egypt are ahead by 20 influence. 500 gold will give us 25. We are now allied with Leventa. So this is the point where we have to declare war against Egypt. So there's no point waiting any longer. Let's go ahead. We are going to declare war. Yeah, that's fine. War has been declared. So, yeah, Bagata, Quebec, they're all still friendly. That is good. So the first thing we want to do is try and clear this guy out here. Now that shouldn't be too hard because we do have quite a few artillery units that are within range. Wow, they must have like an amazing amount of cover. That is an amazing amount of cover. Well, let's take a shot with you anyway. You can hit an archaeologist, which is a little bit pointless, but... Oh, yeah, you're out of range. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's move in with you. And you can go for a ranged attack. This artillery should be able to take a shot from there as well. Yes, it can. This artillery should also be able to take a shot from there as well. This artillery is a little bit out of range. We can clear up this guy relatively easy, I would have thought. You're out of moves, really? Did I move you 2 spaces? I guess you guys could do... Right, you can definitely set up and attack him. I can't actually bomb Thebes right now because I don't have any vision on it, so I don't need to worry about that. Could attack with both of these guys, but it seems a little silly. I might just sort of fortify up. I guess I could get my bombers to try and attack this guy. We will take some interception damage. Possibly. Yeah, we did take some damage. But I really want to weaken that unit down as much as possible, because if I can get my great general in there to build a citadel, that's really going to help things out. We're also probably going to need some more great war bombers as well. Not sure if they've got an anti-aircraft gun somewhere that I couldn't see, or maybe there was a the triplane or an interceptor in Memphis, but only the first one took the major amount of damage. General, you are going to stay there for now. I can start moving forwards with some more of these. I guess moving there's not a bad position, because you're not within range of the city. You can potentially shoot at this artillery. Let's move you up behind. Can't afford to upgrade you yet, so we're going to leave you there. Not a lot else I can do. You're just going to do nothing for this turn. You're busy building railroads, so as you were. You've built all the railroads that you can, really. What else is there for you to do? Do we need any more railroads building up here? These guys are going to continue with that. I guess we could go and get a mine there. Has my Clausewitz's legacy actually expired now? 10 per tap bonus. No, 17 turns remaining. So we have wasted a few turns, but we still might be able to do something. Yep, you guys are going to continue with the railroads up here. Archaeologist, you should be... Well, you're not quite the last one, are you? Or maybe you are. Now you're going to go to this one. Okay, so this is where we see how much damage Egypt manages to do to us. So on to the next turn. Levent is actually on my side now. Oh, what I should do... How much movement do you have? Because Leventa is on my side. So I could bring my battleship over here. I can actually use my battleship to bombard. Because the battleships have a range of 3. They're amazing. So I'm glad that that archaeologist interrupted the AI's turn there, so that I could do that. 1, 2, it's too far away, so it's going to be another artifact. Helping the old tourism. Let's keep our eye on Egypt then, and see what exactly they managed to pull off. Yeah, you see they do have a great war bomber. I think they've only got the one. And they're just going to... So, they can't reach Tikal, but they can reach my artillery. This is why I was building that... Oh, here comes the fighters. Yeah, we may lose an artillery here. If they've got anything else, they can... yeah, we've most likely lost this artillery. That's a shame. Oh, no, it's still alive. They may have another wave, though. Yeah. And that'll definitely be it gone. Yeah, it's gone this time. That's a real shame. So we are going to need to build some more artillery. Wow, they've got another bomber. Actually, was that from Memphis? Yeah. They do have quite a lot of units, it would seem. But this is fine. We expected to lose 1 or 2. And obviously, Quebec City aren't going to be a huge amount of help, but at least they're wasting some of their bombers firing at city-states and not firing at me, and I'm happy with that. Again, this may be one of those wars where I wish that I turned off the animations, particularly if they all have a lot of bombers and such. So we are going to have to take some of our cities that are closer to Egypt, and we are going to have to start building some anti-aircraft guns and some replacement artillery. Yeah, you better do something, Quebec, because you don't have an awful lot. Mind you, if they get close to the city will just start firing on them. Of course, Egypt does have battleships, which is no match for the frigates and privateers. In fact, I can't even see any frigates, it's all privateers. So, Quebec may be in a little bit of trouble there, but not to bother. Chichen Itza has now been captured by Korea, so Chichen Itza is... Pakal is the Mayans are out of the game. There we go, Levent are firing on some of their units, so that's good. Nice work, Leventa. Thin them out for me. Bagata now firing at some of their units as well. Good work. Good work indeed. Not too sure you're going to have an awful lot of luck against a battleship with a handful of privateers, but, you know, the effort is always appreciated. I'm just saying that, you've got it down to, like, less than half of its health. One more, a couple more hits and it's gone. Not too sure the embarked cavalry is a good idea, but, yeah, okay. So, let's do what we can do. You can only really reach one target, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to give 250 gold to Leventa, and the reason for that is I only had a few more influence with them until it flipped back over to Egypt, and I don't really want that to happen. So we do actually have this tile free that we wanted free. Providing we don't lose this guy, we can pop the Great General there and build a citadel. So we do need to be careful here to a degree, because we have already lost a couple of units. So we could move up here. Not sure how that used... Oh, of course, zone of control. Such an idiot. Let's go ahead and attack some of these guys. I'd love to try and be able to get rid of their artillery. I'm just not too sure how easy that is going to be to do. Where's that anti-aircraft gun? Right. You move forwards. You move forwards to here. Anti-aircraft gun. You're going to move forwards. Artillery. More artillery. We are going to have to build some more artillery as well. Bombers. What do I do with you guys? Because you are going to take some damage if I start hitting things. Definitely need to try and take their artillery out. Yeah, we're getting intercepted by these triplanes. However, yeah, we took a big hit there. We took a very big hit. A mine, I think we were going for there. You may as well set up. You may get to fire at something on the next turn. Guess you guys could get up into the hills a little. I guess you can move forwards one. Probably not a smart idea. Cargo ship. Where were you going previously? Oh, you were probably going to Chichen Itza, which no longer exists. So go to Nukuhiva then. There's probably a few cargo ships in a similar position. Another bomber. Right, you should be able to take out, hopefully, do a decent... No, you're getting intercepted again. If I can take out some or all of their artillery, it's going to make things a lot easier. Cargo ship, again, I guess you were going to Chichen Itza, so you can go to Antananarivo, actually, because we don't have an alliance status with them anymore, so maybe that will help. Another bomber here. This is risky, but if they haven't got any... Yeah, they've still got a lot of intercept. But that might be enough to get rid of that artillery. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite. So we know now that they have a lot of anti-air. So let's go on to the next turn. We're going to have to heal up our bombers. We're also going to have to produce another couple of bombers as well. You guys go ahead and start work on that. On to the next turn. Let's keep our eye on Egypt. This will be where there's just like a massive Egyptian carpet of doom that comes and attacks me. Once again, I'm quite happy if they want to use their bombers against the city-states instead of against me. Don't really have any interest in these city-states other than just being a bit of a distraction for Egypt. So Egypt are getting desperate. They're actually attacking with their interceptors, with their fighters, and they're getting shot down. Good stuff. Because they're doing next to no damage to Bogota as well. Yeah, they're taking heavy losses on their... They haven't lost any units, but they're taking so much damage from them. I'm not convinced that those infantry will be able to take the city. Yeah, it looks like Quebec's going to pretty much lose all of its privateers. Obviously, they've got an artillery just outside of the city with the look of things. As long as this great general survives, I'll be a lot happier. I did suspect that they were going to try and throw a lot of units down here, so that is completely understandable. I think we do need to go to Thebes first. I don't need open borders with you. Right, Bagata's having his chance to fight back. That's it. You want to keep one of those privateers in the city just to give it a... Mind you, I'm not sure whether or not the city-states actually technically have oligarchy, so I don't know how that's going to work. Either way, that wasn't a terrible turn. Tikal has finished walls. I think what I'm going to do here, how much would it cost, or how long would it take me, more importantly, to get a bomber? 15 turns. 15 turns is a long time. So... let's just start building other stuff here that might be useful and worry about getting the military units from somewhere else. So what have we got? Broadcast tower is finished, which is really nice. We can build a bomber here because we can always fly that down. The hospital has finished here. Let's go ahead and get a ourselves another bomber. And then when the anti-aircraft gun is finished at Coimbra, or even the castle at Elephantine, we can then build another artillery. This machine gun gets a promotion. I'm tempted to give it cover 2, because cover's fantastic for machine guns, and most units, to be honest. You're the biggest problem here. So, let's take you out. Not quite taken out yet. But what I can do is set up this artillery, and that should finish that unit off. Fantastic. What we can do as well is take this Great General and pop Citadel. So now we have a little bit of a defensive line there as well. So that's going to help things out massively. Let us move you in. You're still out of range of the city, but we've captured an archaeologist. We are going to move in with a couple of units. It's difficult to get in close enough to see without being far enough away that you can get attacked, but I am going to have to move the artillery, and I do need to keep the anti-aircraft gun with them. I am going to also start trying to move in with as many other units as possible. I've actually lost quite a bit of stuff. What I'm tempted to do is take this Gatling gun, upgrade that, and move that down on the next turn as well. Still can't reach anything, I don't think. What I might do is I might take my battleship down here and just help Bagata out a little bit with these guys. That might be a plan. These bombers probably need to heal up now. They've taken quite a lot of damage. We have another cargo ship. Let us go to Vilnius. Let's try and keep our trade routes close to home while we are in a war. We do have a camp there on the Ivory. That is good. What else would be ideal to grab down here? There's not an awful lot of stuff. I guess we could just go ahead and get a few farms, I suppose. Never hurts to have more food. Let's start moving the artillery that we have a little bit closer towards Thebes. You're going to heal. You're going to heal. You are just going to fortify there. And we can always swap that guy out with the machine gunner from time to time. You are going to fortify there as well. You're going to stay there. Couldn't move you closer, but it's not worth doing that now. Sometimes it's actually worth having a cavalry unit nearby just for the purpose of moving towards an enemy city so that you have vision on it, firing at that enemy city with your artillery, and then moving out again. What I could do, of course, is I could always move a spy in there, although it would take several turns. I don't think you can move a spy in while you're at war, but you can certainly have a spy in there before you go to war, and that does give you vision on the city, but we should be okay. Bagata's taking quite a bit of damage here. I'm worried that it actually might fall to Egypt, but we'll see how it goes. They're sending a... well, that's an artillery strike. They're really trying to take out this machine gun. I hope I don't lose it. It does have cover 2. But these cavalry units will probably finish it off. Quite clever of the AI there if he's going to attack it with his cavalry, because if the cavalry take it out, it's the cavalry that will end the turn next to the citadel and not their Great War infantry. Yeah, they have unfortunately managed to kill that machine gun off, which is very annoying, but again, not the end of the world. These battleships are just going to sit there and ping away from the coast. That's fine. They are sending a few units out now to meet and greet. Not terribly fussed about that. They've got an artillery in Thebes, so we do have to be careful. Also, remember, we're only 5 turns away from rocketry. So, it is quite possible that we will be able to get ourselves some rocket artillery very soon. Yeah, Bogata's taking a lot of damage here. And Quebec City's probably not going to last an awful long time either. So what can I do? First thing I'm going to do is move in with you. And can I take anything out to help you? Well, I could take this guy out, but I don't think on his own he's going to be that big a threat. So if I do as much damage as I can to this one, may discourage that one from being able to attack the city. I don't know how well that's going to work. Elephantine has finished the castle. It'd be great if you could build me another artillery. 9 turns. It's not fantastic, but it's better than nothing. Finish the archaeologist there. You go ahead for me and build a battleship, please, and thank you. You can do the same. Unit needs orders. Oh, free archaeologist. Shouldn't have actually built that other one. I've got a free one now. I'm just literally going to sell this archaeologist. There's absolutely no point in keeping it, so oh, performing this action in your territory will provide you with 50 gold. Well, in that case then, let me move you into this hex, and then I'll sell you. There we go. So, let's have a look. Lost another machine gun, which is a real pain in the neck, but not the end of the world. You can't do jack to us. Let's try and thin you out if we can. And I'm just going to use my artillery to just bombard upon it and try and kill it off. Move up a little bit with this guy as well. I should have done that first, actually, to have got the flanking bonus, but hey-ho. You always forget these things at the time. And I guess, of course, another thing that I've forgotten is I should have this great general further forward, because then my units might actually be getting the benefit from him being there. Another shot at that unit. Oh, still didn't quite kill it. That's the real pain. I could attempt to kill it with one of these units. The problem I have if I do that is that I will end up finishing my turn on that tile and I'll be within range of Thebes, and I don't want that to happen. Not yet anyway, so we're going to forget about that idea. As for you, I guess I could move there and attack you guys. It's not a bad idea, so let's move 1 space forwards and take a shot at you. It does look like Egypt are actually quite thin on units, though, which is a really nice thing. So, you guys... did we finish the railroad there? Yep, apparently we did. You guys are just going to go and build a farm. You guys have now finished that. I don't know what you're going to do unless you come over here and build a farm. That's probably not a terrible idea, so go ahead and do that. Unit needing orders. Archaeologist. There's only one place you can go, really, and that's down there. There's probably some more sites somewhere, but oh yeah, there's one down here if I really want to go and sort of clear the barbarian camp out, but I don't think I can be bothered. This bomber is actually fully repped. So it is tempting to just go in and... I know that obviously we were going to take some intercept damage, but at the same time, if we can keep getting rid of their units... I'm not going to complain about that. In fact, what is the status of our other bombers? How badly beaten up are you? Quite badly beaten up. This may be risky because we may lose a bomber. Nope, didn't quite do enough damage to us, and we managed to take out a unit. We could potentially also... This could be risky. But we could potentially also take this guy out. Ah, we lost the bomber. That was unfortunate. That was very unfortunate. I should have waited. Oh, well, we are making quite good money. How much do bombers cost to purchase? 730. So they're not terribly expensive. We do have another machine gun now. That is really good. Well, that's the one I upgraded before, wasn't it? Still a little bit of road that we need to do here as well. I've forgotten about that. So, let's move you down. Brilliant movement on the railroad. It is absolutely fantastic to have. You're going to continue to stay, well, it should be fortified, really. Don't want you to attack. You stay fortified, because if you attack, then they're going to hit you. And you just stay there. So let's go on to the next turn. Apparently we can't go on to the next turn because something still needs orders. You, of course. Let's move you a little bit further forward. But that is all I can do on this turn. So I am actually going to call the video there. And then when we come back, we will continue our war against Egypt. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying this Civilization 5 game on Emperor difficulty. And I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.